Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be learning about how to how to sell your digital products online. Now, I know some of you guys don't know, some of you guys do know. I am a boss mom, so you will hear my little one in the background. If that is a problem for you, then this is probably not the space for you. Again, I am a boss mom, so you will hear some little distractions in the background of my little baby. So before we get started, I want you to know that this is not a MRR, okay? This is not a MRR. This is not one of those type of digital products. This is you creating your own digital product and creating your own brand, okay? Creating your own brand. Another thing, if you are struggling with selling your digital products or you need help setting up your store, you want to go ahead and click that link in the description and join my free chat, which will give you the steps on how to set up a profitable store. Okay. Again, if you're struggling to set up your store or you need to set up your products on your store that you already have, you want to get into that free chat, and that description is that link is in the description. Okay. Now let's move on. We're going to go to the slide 2. If you can see my screen, please put yes in the comments for me before I move on. I want to make sure you guys can see this. If you can see my screen on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, go ahead and give me a yes in the comments. Go ahead and give me a yes in the comments, please. So I make sure you guys can see this. So we're going to go to the number one thing that I think is very, very important. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Aya. So this is very, very important, right? When you decide that you want to get into digital products, right? You want to start selling digital products. You want to start making money online with digital products. You have to pick a product that is in demand. Somebody put demand in the comments. This is very important. This is something that I've seen people disregard, and then they ask themselves, well, why am I not making any money? Or you will hear people say, someone is coming to my store, but they're not buying from me. And if you experience that, that's probably because your product is not in demand. You have to create a product that is going to be in demand and the people need. Okay? Understand that. That is very, very important. So again, write this down. You need to create a product that is in demand. So take me for an example. I'm an accountant, right? And I service people and individuals, businesses and individuals that want to make more money. One thing that I do is teach individuals how to start their own tax business, right? Now, before I had digital products doing that, I was doing what we call one-on-one. So I was meeting with people and coaching them on starting their tax business. Now I have a guide that walks them through all of the steps that I would normally do in a one-on-one. I hope that makes sense. So that is a product that is in demand, and that is a product that I can continue to sell for years and years to come. So that is key. Make sure the product is in demand. And again, like I said to you guys earlier, this is not an MRR. Stay away from that. You need to create your own signature product, and it needs to be a product that is in demand. Okay, we're going to move on, and I will open it up for questions at the end. Number 2, it needs to be sustainable. If your product is not sustainable, why are you even messing with it, right? You don't want to create something that's going to make you money sometimes, right? You want to create something that's going to make you money all the time, right? So let's say, for instance, if you created like a Christmas journal, right? When do you think that Christmas journal is going to sell? It's normally going to sell at the end of the year, right? Towards the end of the year. After that, nobody wants it, right? So you want something that's sustainable and that can continue to generate income for you, right? So before we get into all the nitty-gritty of selling the product, these things need to be in place already, okay? Let's move on. Number 3, And I'm going to say this in a way where it don't make you guys discouraged, but it needs to make sense. In the digital product world, the best way to make 25K, 100K a month, or whatever your goal is, you need to teach somebody something. Somebody put teach in the comments. You need to teach. Always have that in your mind when you're creating your product. What am I teaching? Who am I teaching? I'm going to say this again. What am I teaching? Who am I teaching? This is where the money is. A lot of people don't know this. That's why they don't talk about it. But if you really want to make great money in this industry, you need to teach. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. You have to get into a habit of teaching, okay? So what is it that you're going to teach your audience that they need from you, okay? You're going to teach them something. So how am I going to do this, Coach P? Follow me, okay? Look at the next slide. Oh, before I go to the next slide, I need you guys to make sure you join the free chat, okay? I want to help you, but I need for you guys to join the free chat. Make sure you join that free chat so I'll be able to help you when you get stuck as you get your store set up. Now, how am I going to teach? There are several different ways you can begin to teach via digital products. One of the number one ways people do it is buy an ebook. Somebody put ebook in the comments, okay? You can create an ebook. Now, with this ebook, it needs to be in demand. Remember when I talked about that earlier? I said your ebook needs to be in demand, right? So the ebook needs to be in demand, and it needs to be doing what? It needs to be teaching someone how to do something. Again, it needs to be teaching someone how to do something, okay? So you have an ebook that teaches someone how to do something. For example, I have a guide, right? I have an ebook / guide that teaches people how to open up their own 6-figure tax business, okay? That is key. I am teaching them how to do something that I know how to do, okay? So keep that in mind. Number 2, a guide, just like I just mentioned, ebook / guide. Your guide is going to guide your customer into doing something that they don't know how to do. So again, you're teaching your audience what they need to know. They're coming to you for the answer. So when you make this guide, you got to ask yourself, what am I teaching this person? Okay? What problem would this solve for the person that buys this guide from me? I hope that makes sense. If it's not making sense, let me know in the comments. You have to teach. If you want to make great money, you cannot just be out here giving people generic information. You need to teach people what you know. Do not, and I'm going to say this boldly, do not get out here trying to teach somebody something you do not know how to do. And that's what a lot of people with MRRs are doing. Stop trying to teach people things that you know nothing about. Stick to what you know, okay? That is very, very important. Number 3, this is going to be your money maker. People love visuals. A lot of people, believe it or not, they're so busy. They don't have time to read. So they would rather listen to a course or watch a course. So if you created a course instead of a guide or an ebook, you would create a course teaching them what you know how to do. Are you guys following me? So instead of the ebook or the guide, you have food in your mouth. You create a course, okay, on that particular topic. You create a course on that particular topic, okay? I'm going to move on. Trainings. This has made me a lot of money, right? So when I say trainings, I'm talking about, let's say, for instance, you are a coach like me or an accountant and you do workshops and stuff like that. What you can do is you can get someone to go with you to your workshops, your live workshops, and you can have them record those workshops for you. That is what I started doing. So once they were recording my workshops, what I was able to do was repackage it as a training replay and sell it that way. Does that make sense? So if I had a how to fix your credit workshop, I will have somebody go with me to that workshop that I do in person. I will have them record me, and then I'll come back home and I'll sell that replay of that workshop. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, go ahead and put yes in the comments for me. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Freebies matter. How many of you guys understand what a freebie does for your business? Your freebie nurtures your audience. Your freebie helps your audience know what they're going to get from you if they pay for your services, right? So it's kind of like a you know how you go, let's say for instance, right? Some of you guys know about this. You know how you go into Sam's or Costco's, right? And then they have those little people that's on the side with the boots, and they let you sample the food, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? And they let you sample it for free. And then you might be like, oh, this is good. Or you might be like, oh, that's not good. That's what your freebie is doing to your audience. Your freebie is allowing your audience to sample what you have to offer to them. Okay? So you want to give out your freebies so your customers or your potential customers can test you out. Okay? So you need those freebies. Another thing with a freebie, right? Your freebie is going to build what we call an email list. A lot of you guys don't even have an email list, and you need to have an email list. The freebie is going to build the email list. And then from there, you are going to be able to communicate with your audience in your email list without having to be on social media. Keep this in mind. You do not own Facebook. You do not own YouTube. You do not own TikTok. You do not own Instagram, Snapchat, none of those things. But what you do own is your email list. I'm going to say this again. What you do own is your email list. So you want to make sure you have your email list and you take that information and use it to build your brand and build your business. Okay? So freebies matter. Let's talk about listing your product. Okay? I get this question all the time. Well, Coach P, how am I supposed to list my product? What am I supposed to do? There are so many different ways you can list your digital product. Number one, you can create your own website. I recommend that if you can afford that. I have my own website. I believe that's the number one. That's the best option for anybody if you can afford it, right? Now, if you are someone that cannot afford it, you can use platforms like the Stand Store. You can use Beacon. You can use Etsy. You can use Gumroad. Here's the thing. With those platforms, you do not have full control. Now, I do have a Stand Store because I am a Stand ambassador. And I think it is a great start for someone that cannot afford a website. Now, Gumroad, I do not recommend, but it is an option. The reason why I do not recommend Gumroad is because they're going to take 10% off the top of every sale. And I believe it's 10% plus like 50 cents. So you want to kind of stay away from them. Back in the day when I was using Gumroad and was recommending Gumroad, they were only taking like 2.5%. Now they have increased that. Okay. Another thing with having your own website, you can utilize the SEO. That's really, really good. You have control of that. But you can use like I said, you can use BitCartel. You can use Stand Store. You can use Beacon. You know, you guys have all those different things that you can use. So you can list your product on your website or those other sites. Now, keep in mind, if you are new to this, do not make the mistake that I see so many people make when they're trying to sell digital products. Please do not list 1 million products on your store. You are not going to make any money because you are going to confuse your audience, because they're going to come to your platform based off one thing that you are. Then they're going to get to your site and it's going to be 1 million things for them to choose from. You are not ready to do that yet. You need to have only one product on that site until you build that business up. I hope that makes sense. Do not go listing 1 million products and thinking that you're going to keep on bringing in sales. You are going to get people to come to your website and they are going to leave. because they are going to be confused. They no longer know what to buy, even though they came for something that got them there. Now it's too many options for them. Do not do that to yourself. You're going to lose so much money. Okay. Keep that in mind. Next, this is going to be the hardest part of it all. Marketing your product. Okay. I don't care what nobody say. You are going to want to cry some days when you get into this part of your business. Marketing is the hardest part of it all. Now, keep this in mind. So many of you guys think that I need followers. I need followers. I got to have followers so that I can make money. No, you do not. Followers do not mean dollars. You can have a bunch of followers that are not quality leads and they're never going to buy from you. Okay. There are people that have 500 followers on their pages and they're making $1,000 or $2,000 a day. And then you have people that have 100,000 followers and they're making no money. Why? Because they don't have quality followers. They just have people on their page. So don't think that in order for me to market, oh, bless you. In order for me to market my product, I need to have 1 million followers. No, you do not. No, you do not. Hold on, guys. I just had a sneezing baby. Let me grab a napkin. Let's go get a napkin. All right. So I'm back. So no, you do not have to have a bunch of followers, right? When you first get started. One thing that I tell people, and nobody likes to listen to me because everybody is so hung up on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. YouTube is a gold mine. YouTube is a gold mine. You do not even have to be in the YouTube program to make money. Before I started making money on YouTube, it was my videos that were bringing people to my website, bringing people to my business, working with me, calling my office. You guys need to utilize YouTube. Now, how am I going to utilize YouTube to sell my digital products, Coach P? Follow me. Let's say you are in the fitness world, right? And your digital product is on maybe healthy eating or how to lose 10 pounds within 7 days or whatever it may be. You're going to go ahead and create you a YouTube channel around that. Then what you're going to do is create videos based off of what your audience will be searching for. Do not sleep on this. And when you do that, you're going to offer your audience that freebie. Remember I was talking about the freebie? In your video, you're going to offer your audience a freebie just so you can see who's interested in what you have going on. Give them something free, build that email list, and then from there, you can start selling. Then you can go to another top tier, another type of video. You can go and create videos around your product that you want to sell. And then within your video, you offer them your digital product. I hope that makes sense. You guys are so hung up on, oh, I got to be live on TikTok for 8-10 hours a day. No, you do not. Get yourself on YouTube. Start creating great content around your product with the right keywords, and your people will follow you. They will find you. A lot of people that's on these TikToks all day, they're not making no money. They may make one sale when you can be sitting down watching Netflix or somewhere on the beach sipping a pina colada and you made $3,000 in an hour minding your business. So when you're marketing your product, go to where your people are and give them what they want. Keep that in mind. Let's move on. We're about to end this tier training. Listen. Selling digital products is not easy, but it's not hard. If you hone in what you're supposed to be doing, you know what your niche is, you know who your target audience is, you will make money every day once you build that brand up. The biggest mistake that I've seen people make, and I see people that's supposed to be gurus, they even get online and tell y'all, oh, you don't need a niche. Don't worry about it. Don't niche down. Please niche down. You do not want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Do you know how many people I will see them post something, right? And then I go to their page and I don't see it. I'm confused. I don't know what they really do when I thought they did something that brought me to their page. You need to niche down. Do not listen to these people telling you my niche is everything. Okay, well, you're not trying to make no money like that. You're not trying to make $300,000 a year. You need to focus on your audience and your audience only, because those are the people that need what you have to offer. So you have to ask yourself, what is my niche? Who do I service? What problem do I solve? If you can answer those questions, you will put yourself in a position where you can make $500 a day. Okay? I'm gonna be real with you. If you answer those questions, you will put yourself in a position where you can start making $500 a day. If you need help, click the link in my description and make sure you join my free chat. If you have any problems, because I know some of y'all are not tech savvy, my number is on the screen. Give me a text message. Let me know that you can't get in the chat, and I will help you and guide you there. Okay, we're gonna open up for questions. Anybody have questions? I see you, James. Hello, James. Anybody have any questions before I go? We're about to get ready to end this here live. Anybody, you will be able to watch the replay. So if you need to watch the replay, once this live is over, you can go and watch the replay. Do anybody have any questions for me before I go? Don't be afraid. I don't bite. I'm here to help you as much as I can. If you need help just getting started, join the free chat. Okay, that's going to give you the exact steps that you need to take to at least get started. I can at least give you that. I can at least say, hey, you know what? You want to learn how to sell digital products? Join the free chat, follow the steps, and then you can go on with your merry way. Okay? But you can get you a store set up by this weekend if you join that free chat. Y'all are too scary. Y'all, and you know what? I take that back. Years ago, I used to be like, you know what? A lot of people are not making money online because they're scared. I take that back. Now that it's almost been 20 years I've been in business. Now I've seen it kind of shift. It used to be that they were scared. Now is that you guys are lazy. You guys worry about everybody else and what they're doing on social media, but what you should be doing. You spend more time scrolling than actually working on your business. You spend more time looking at everybody else that's successful, supposedly, okay, than working on your brand. You spend more time looking for more and more information than using the information that you already got. That's the problem. You guys don't get started. You don't do the work. You just get information, more information, and more information, and more information, and you don't do nothing with it. That's what a lot of people are doing. But there is money to be made. Do not sit on these opportunities that are being presented to you. Don't make yourself feel like, oh, I'm not where this person is, so I can't do it. We all had a starting point. I started in 2012. I didn't launch until 2014. I didn't know everything. I had just graduated from college. Was I scared? Yeah, but I did it scared. Did I make mistakes? Yes, I made mistakes, but I still did it, which got me here. So when you ask me, well, how did you make $100,000 in less than 15 days? I didn't give up. I kept going. I didn't try to run anybody else's race. I did what I knew how to do, and the things that I did not know how to do, I went and got help for it. I didn't sit on my hands. I didn't say, oh, well, I don't know, so that's not possible for me. No, I don't know, so let me go find out. Do not be afraid to be great. Do not be afraid to ask questions. I asked you guys just a minute ago if you guys have any questions. Nobody asked any questions, and that's okay. But I can guarantee you have questions. I can guarantee you're struggling to make sales. I can guarantee you might not know how to set up your store. But you refuse to ask questions. You refuse to get the help that you need because you think you're going to figure it out on your own, and you're not. I didn't figure out all this stuff on my own. I went to college. Someone had to teach me how to be great. So don't be afraid to get the help that you need so that you can be great. Okay? It does not look like we have any more questions. Well, any questions at all. So since we don't have any questions, I'm going to get ready to end this live. If you watch the replay and you do have questions, just drop your questions in the comments and I will respond to them. Until next time, guys, peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.